Most superyachts want you to notice them. Kismet wants you to feel them, like the ocean just got quieter around you. And here's the wild part. There's a hidden sci-fi hallway on board that leads to the most over-the-top wellness zone at sea. People post the helipad, but this is the real flex. Stay with me, because I'll reveal exactly what it is at the end. And once you hear it, the €3 million a week price suddenly makes scary sense. Overview. Kismet is a 122-meter, about 400-foot, Lurssen superyacht delivered in 2024 for billionaire Shahid Khan. She was built under the project name Project JAG, which explains the signature detail: a leaping jaguar on the bow, like a hood ornament for a floating palace. Exterior lines are credited to Nuvolari Lenard, and the interiors are by Reymond Langton design, blending classic, ultra-rich opulence with futuristic wow spaces that feel straight out of a movie set. And Kismet isn't built like a pretty boat. She's built like a private resort with engines. Wellness, entertainment, privacy, and logistics all engineered so the crew can deliver 5-star service without the guest experience ever feeling busy. Key features: what makes Kismet feel unreal. The 7-star wellness suite, the real personality of this yacht. Lurssen highlights a dedicated wellness complex with a Hamam, Sauna, and a cryotherapy chamber. Yes, cryotherapy. At sea, plus a private treatment room with a massage table, waterfall shower, and a chromotherapy bathtub. This isn't a spa room, it's a whole reset ecosystem. The Nemo cinema plus underwater seating. The "I can't believe this exists" moment. Kismet has a lower deck Nemo cinema built around a massive screen. Lurssen sights 150 inches and an underwater seating area. It's part theater, part ocean mood, perfect for nights when you want the sea close without getting wet. The yacht can flip from quiet retreat to party ship. Industry listings include a dance floor, indoor and outdoor cinema, beach club, elevator, beauty room, spa/steam/sauna, gym, massage room, deck jacuzzi, fire pit, outdoor bar, underwater lights. Basically, a full entertainment stack. Translation: one day you're detoxing in the wellness suite, the next day you're hosting a floating event that feels like a music video. The helipad. Access, not ego. Yes, there's a helipad. But the way Kismet wears it feels more like schedule control than "look at me." Land, step on board, disappear. Quick question. If you had 1 week on Kismet, are you using it as a floating wellness retreat? Or are you throwing a legendary dinner party? Comment "spay" or "party." No fake answers. A walkthrough. The vibe, deck by deck. Picture boarding at golden hour. You step onto a yacht that's 122 meters long, but it doesn't feel like a shipyard flex. It feels curated. You move from shaded lounges to sun decks without awkward transitions. The crew flows around you like a 5-star hotel staff, present when you need them, invisible when you don't. Then you hit the Waterline lifestyle, the beach club zone that turns the stern into a real ocean hangout. This is where the day starts with coffee near the sea, turns into a swim session, and ends with a sunset drink under soft lighting while the yacht sits rock-steady on stabilizers. And yes, Kismet is basically designed for effortless switches. Work call? There's space. Movie night? There's space. Quiet reading and disappearing? There's space. The best yachts don't just add amenities. They add options. And then there's the private Marina side. Kismet has a tender garage, and published listings name a serious tender lineup. An 11.2-meter Hodgson limo tender for the arrive like a movie star moment, An 11.8-meter Naiad tender for serious utility, plus a Riva tender and a Fasmer tender for quick hops and guest shuttles. That's not just toys, that's logistics. It means guests can come and go smoothly. Beaches and bays become pull-up locations, and the main yacht stays calm and composed. A one more under-the-radar flex. Multiple listings call out at-anchor stabilizers and underway stabilizers, which is the difference between pretty yacht and actually comfortable yacht. If you've ever been on a boat that rolls all night, you already know stability is luxury. Key specifications. The numbers people actually search. Let's hit the stats cleanly. Length overall, 122 meters, 400 feet. Gross tonnage, volume, about 4,918 gross tone. Beam, commonly published around 17 to 17.8 meters, 56 to 58 feet. Draft, commonly published around 4.4 to 4.8 meters, 14 to 16 feet. Construction, steel hull, aluminum superstructure, teak decks, 5, and yes, you'll see listings reference 6 levels depending on how they count. Power, twin MTU diesels with published specs describing a diesel-electric setup on some listings. Speed, about 12 knots cruising, up to about 18 knots top speed. Range, about 6,000 nautical miles at 12 knots, published listings. Guest setup depends on use case. Overall listings cite up to 16 guests, with multiple cabin/stateroom configurations. Charter presentation is commonly 12 guests in 8 suites. Crew, roughly 36 to 37, and the big ship reality check. Published spec listings also cite about 360,000 liters of fuel and about 75,000 liters of fresh water on board. That's how you stay out, stay comfortable, and stay self-contained. Real talk. The moment you realize you're riding an elevator on a yacht, your brain does a little reboot. Because at that point, you're not vacationing. You're living inside somebody's "I made it" fantasy. Meanwhile, my houseplant is fighting for its life. Pricing plus the real cost of yes. Kismet's charter rate is widely reported around 3 million euros per week, and that's the base fee. U.S. business reporting points out that provisions, gratuities, and taxes can stack so hard that a week can climb toward the mid-$5 million range depending on how you live on board and where you charter. What's the yacht worth? Nobody posts the receipt, but U.S.-based coverage and listings often repeat an estimate around $360 million. Treat that as an informed estimate, not a verified invoice. Custom builds vary with customization, systems, and timing. Now, the ownership truth. A common rule of thumb is annual running costs around approximately 10% of build value. On a $360 million estimate, that's roughly $30 million plus per year to run it. Crew, fuel, maintenance, insurance, dockage, security, art refits, and the constant behind-the-scenes work that keeps perfect feeling effortless. The yacht is the purchase. The lifestyle is the burn rate. How Kismet stacks up. Quick comparisons. At the Monaco Yacht Show, Kismet was reported as the largest yacht on display, and she sits in that rare €3 million per week charter league alongside other mega-charter names. But the real difference is personality. Many yachts chase sharp, aggressive statement styling. Kismet goes for cinematic richness, plus a full wellness and entertainment ecosystem, more private resort than floating trophy. What people get wrong. It's all about length, not really. Volume, GT, is what buys you the wellness complex, the entertainment zones, and the ability to stay private while the yacht stays alive. Speed is the flex. On a 122-meter displacement yacht, 18 knots is plenty. The flex is comfort, stability, quiet, range, and how you feel after days at sea. The charter fee is the total. Nope. The base fee is just the beginning. The lifestyle decisions are what move the final number. Lightning round. What's your personal luxury priority? A. Spa plus cryotherapy. B. Beach club plus pool days. C. Cinema plus underwater lounge nights. Comment A, B, or C. If you pick D, all of the above, my bank account wants to schedule a meeting with your bank account. The end reveal. The clue from the beginning. All right, here's the hidden sci-fi hallway I teased. It's often described as a futuristic Tron corridor that leads into the wellness zone. The Hamam, Sauna, Cryotherapy, treatment rooms, waterfall shower, and chromotherapy bath. It's not just decoration. It's a psychological switch. You walk through it and your body understands. Recovery starts now. That's why Kismet feels like a private resort more than a boat. End CTA. Engaging, not annoying. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like. It tells YouTube you want more super yacht deep dives with real specs and real money talk. Comment Kismet if you'd charter this, or Rival if you'd pick something else, and tell me what and why. Subscribe to Luxury Living Detective for weekly tours of super yachts, private jets, mega mansions, and the expensive stuff we're all just researching. Tap Join for member perks and bonus details. And if you want to support the channel in a big way, hit Super Thanks. I look for those highlighted comments first. Last question, would you spend 3 million euros for 1 week on Kismet? Or invest it and charter smaller yachts forever? Be honest.